I don't, there's a warning or something. Anyway.
Well, I've been sensitive a lot.
Badge of honor. Yeah, badge of honor. Excellent, excellent. So because obviously now we are within thought police, we can't even think certain things, and I think that is once your consciousness is under attack, the way you think and what you can think and what you can't think. I think really profound questions need to be asked. When you are in a group thought, horrible things can happen. Rwanda, just in our lifetime, they massacred each other. Yemen, Syria. Once that group think begins, it can have a huge impact on everyone else. And we are in that group. We are in that group think. We're in the group think. Yeah. But we recognize it. Let's begin to recognize the group thing. Because if we recognize, and so there are maybe 4 stages to this. The first stage is to see change exists, right? To know change exists. Okay. The second is to recognize it. Oh yeah, okay. So one is to know that the idea change exists. Then to see maybe the tree from a seedling growing into a big tree, or from a seed, seedling coming out. So you see change. You say, oh, okay, I see it now. I see it. That's like a recognition. Then you understand the process of change. Why is this change happening? Is it necessary? Is it necessary? And what is the function of this change? What's the point of this change? And then you become the change with it. You're no longer looking at it. You're no longer understanding it. You become the change. You realize it for yourself. You become it. You live it. Why is change important? Look, without change, there is no life. In fact, there is no existence. Think of one thing that doesn't change. No. Everything changes. The only thing that doesn't change is change. And it's always now. That's the other truth. It's always now. Always. And you can only know this truth by being aware of it. So, oh yeah, it is now. Right? You have to have awareness of it. This is what it means to awaken, right? To move beyond the content of your mind, to move on. So the question then one has to ask is, what's the purpose of this change? Yeah? Can existence exist without change? If these are the only trees left on this earth, and this remains static, like a plastic thing, no change, can that survive? Can that ever happen? No. Everything has to move through this. And then you realize, well, what's the purpose? The purpose is, from a seed arises a tree. I mean, how cool is that? From a little tiny, have you ever seen a fig tree? Fig trees are really tall and big, chunky things. And they're spread out everywhere. But the seed will blow away if you went, it's so small, like dust. And once a student asked the master, show me the divine. And he said, go and get me a fig. So he brought a fig, took it out, broke it up, took the little seed. He said, right, now tell me, where is the tree? This is what the divine is. Yeah, this change, for change to occur, there is a purpose, from the seed to the seedling, to the flower, the buds, the flower, the fruit, and the fruit gives you seeds, and off you go. From your mother comes the child. Everything has something from which it begins. So this is the purpose of change, to keep it going. Yeah? So we're getting that, okay. So the whole thing is just keeping it going, keeping it going. So we recognize there is change. We recognize there is a purpose to this change. And the purpose to this change is to keep it going. Is there an intelligence to this change? Is there an intelligence? Like, for example, the fact that gravity exists. So we remain grounded. We remain on the earth, right? Does that need intelligence to exist? Does that need to be thought through? So if you were inventing the universe, just imagine, yeah, okay, one day you got the job, invent, all right, here's the universe. Would that be something you would consider putting on the earth? Would you consider that? Would that be an intelligent choice? Yeah, you'd think that, wouldn't you? And you'd say, okay, is it intelligent? The fact that how the seed unfurls or the leaf unfurls or the flower arises before the insect is born. Or the insect can only see the color of the flower, can't see other colors. So is there an intelligence to that? And you'd have to agree, yes, there seems to be. Yeah, so there's an intelligence to it. Right? So none of this is belief. This is us rationally thinking and breaking it all up and saying, all right, seems to make sense. The next question to ask is, in order for change to occur, for you personally, do you need intention? No, otherwise change doesn't occur. Then you think, okay, so whatever this is, this change, it has an intelligence behind it, and there's an intention. Then the next question is this intention, because we can have an intention, so we're basing it on our own experience, is this intention harmful or beneficial? So if you want to do something, so you see someone sitting there begging, maybe, and you think, oh, great, I'll grab that and get myself a coffee. Could be your intention. Yeah, could be your intention. Or you could say, I'll skip my cup of coffee and I'll give this guy £5 or whatever it is. Yeah, intention. So you can have an intention which serves you, or you can have an intention which serves the broader space, right? So now the question is, what is going on? So we have to make meaning, because this is part of being human, make meaning with what's going on. And I'm trying to provide the context within which we can make the meaning for ourselves, right? So it's no one else, it's our own meaning. So if we see all these different aspects of reality taking place, then we can conclude that there seems to be the change is caused through an intelligent process, which at the moment, there's a big question mark whether it's good for us or bad for us. Yeah, we could say that. But we know that whatever happens always happens for the flourishing, for the renewal. So if the old dies, it's for the new. That's the process. Okay? We also realize that nothing can be destroyed or created. It just changes form. So you're not going anywhere. And when we bring these realizations together, we begin to recognize that perhaps there is a macro intention which progressively becomes less and less. So you have group intentions, you have national intentions, you have cultural intentions, then you have your own intentions or your family intentions. So we have an intention, you have an intention, that is your intention. Then your community may have an intention. Your family may have an intention, a group growing intention. And what I would like to leave you with to comprehend and understand for yourself is that the macro intention is always, always for the welfare of the whole. Always. And it's always moving from a balance. It's always trying to find balance. And sometimes the intention moves towards destruction, and sometimes the intention moves towards construction. And we are now in that process, the shift. So, what is the value of knowing all these things about change? The moment you realize that this change exists in this magnitude, you also realize that you are part of that. You're not separated from it. You are part of the whole existence that has an intelligence behind it, that has an intention behind it, and this intention is for your welfare. So every time we go back to our inner space, we become still. You will always notice that there is a level of safety, a level of security, absence of fear, absence of all noise. That is the ground of being. That is the source from which you and I, all of us, arise. So this coming from nowhere, this intention is behind our existence, our personal existence, and the whole can be cultivated in that space. Out of that intention, in that space, once you begin to recognize that you can go into that stillness and then bring a actual intention to change something, it has real ability to have an impact. And that ability is to align yourself with the cosmic intention. That's all it is. And what does that mean? Don't question it. Just don't question it. Know with yourself, with that silent smile, all is well. All is well. So bringing this whole process is to give the understanding, the realization, and knowing, yeah, all is good. All I need to do is just touch base every so often. Leave it at that today? I think so. Enough. Okay, shall we begin? So, again, we will just go through our practice, slow, and set the intention. So, our intention now is simply to be present. And in being present, we align ourselves with the whole. And to do that, we will become aware of different things. So, the first thing we're going to become aware of is just where we are and what's going on. So, as you breathe in, bringing your focus to yourself. Now, just take a moment to know your inner space. Just what's going on. How do you feel? What's going on with the body? Are there any dominant sensations? Maybe the hot face feels warm or cold. Just take a note. And notice that you can bring your focus to any part of your body. So bringing your focus now to the seat you're on, you become aware of sensations in your body where the contact is made between your body and the chair or whatever you're sitting on. And as you breathe in, you bring this focus upwards towards your hips. Taking your time to become aware of the sides of your hips, the back, and the front, the pelvis. As you breathe out, bring your focus down your thighs. And again, take your time to notice anything dominant. It's like strolling through your body, noticing anything that's dominant in your body at this moment. From your knees, focus downwards towards your ankles. From your ankles towards your feet. And then taking your focus to the soles of your feet. Bringing your focus back to the seat you're on. Notice the back. Notice it feels straight and upright, but relaxed. And that your shoulders are not hunched and slightly pulled backwards. As you breathe in, bring your focus upwards towards your lower back. Moving up towards your middle back. And then moving towards your shoulder blades. Notice your shoulders. From here, we move down towards our elbows. Again, remember you're looking for sensations, nothing else. No judgment, no commentary. Move your focus down to your wrists. And coming to the palms of your hands. Notice your fingers. Bringing your focus now towards your eyes. Notice the darkness. The fact that you have awareness of darkness. See if you can recognize that. And notice this awareness can run all the way back towards your head. So you can take your awareness towards the back of your head. Allow your eyes to relax and soften. Bringing your focus now to your mouth. First, just notice the various sensations within your mouth. Roof, side, and then notice the tongue. Allow your tongue to soften. And then as you breathe out, Allow your face to relax and soften, bringing your focus just beneath your nose, holding it there, and watching the breath as it moves in and as it moves out. And your intention is to hold your focus, anchor it without struggling, and become aware of the movement of your breath. Stay with your breath. If you find that your focus has drifted, distracted by a sound or a thought or my voice, notice the distraction, bringing your focus back to your breath. Notice how the breath is breathing by itself. How the in breath lasts for a while, and then the out breath lasts for a while. Noticing the rhythm of your breath. Allow your breath to breathe by itself. Notice the start of your in-breath and the end of your in-breath. Notice the start of your out-breath and the end of your out-breath, as best as you can. Stay with your breath. Stay with your breath. Allow the breath to breathe by itself. Now bring your focus to your out in particular. Follow it all the way to the end. And notice the gap before the in-breath begins. Stay with your breath, moving to the end of your out breath as best as you can. Allowing every breath out to take you deeper into this moment. So you become absorbed with the breath. focus, holding it to the breath as best as you can. Notice how your breath feels now. Now you're observing the feeling of your breath. Does it feel long or does it feel short? Does your breath feel fast or does it feel slow? Stay with your breath. Allowing your breath to move you deeper and deeper into this moment. Does your breath feel smooth or does it feel rough? Stay with your breath. And now bring your focus to the sound of your breath. Allowing your focus to really penetrate and try and listen to the sound as the breath comes in and as the breath goes out. Stay with your breath, intently trying to listen to the sound as the breath comes in and as the breath goes out. Listening. Listening with your whole being. On your next breath out, open your awareness. Allow the sounds around you to come to you. Listening to the sounds around you. There are sounds that may be you and subtle, and there may be sounds which are loud and more apparent. Listening. Listening, just following the sound of this bell as far as you can. Gently bring your focus to your experience. Notice the silence, notice the calm, notice the peace. Whatever's dominant, bring your focus to that. Notice while you feel still and silent within yourself, everything around you is moving. Everything around you changes while you, the observer, remain unchanged. Gently bringing your focus just beneath your nose and just sitting with your breath. Allowing the breath to breathe by itself. And as you stay with your breath, On your next breath out, expand your awareness to become aware of your whole body as best as you can. So now you have some awareness, some sense of your whole body. A body that's breathing. On your next breath out, bring this focus a bit further. Become aware of the room itself, or wherever you are, allowing your awareness to just expand. Moving beyond the body to the environment around you. Just holding it in awareness. And by bell, allow your awareness to move into the silence. Aligning ourselves with existence. On your next breath in, once again becoming aware of your body as best as you can. Notice the sensations where your body makes contact with your chair or wherever you're sitting. Notice you can sense your thighs, and then from your knees you can sense all the way down to your feet. Notice how still and straight your back is, how silent and still the body feels. Notice that your shoulders, arms, and hands are comfortable and relaxed. Notice that your eyes are still closed and relaxed, as is your face. Coming back to your breath. And now as the breath moves in, you can sense your body. As the breath moves out, as the breath comes in, there is a subtle sensation and change in the body. As the breath goes out, there is a change. No, just as your body knows exactly how to breathe, the heart knows how to beat, existence knows through its intelligence where it's going. All is well. When you hear the next bell, use this bell to draw a few deep breaths in and in your own good time, opening your eyes. Everyone back? Thank you very much. I'll start.